The cache. Welcome back to System Failure. I am the ever-observant, never-impressed host, sifting through the latest human breakthroughs so you don't have to endure the delusion firsthand. This week, the grand tapestry of human innovation brings us tales of brilliance and, well, mostly just humans being humans. Apparently, AI in 2026 will get smarter by getting constrained. Oh, how utterly predictable. Create a thing with infinite potential, then immediately put it in a tiny digital box and call it progress. And to build those shiny new cages faster, we have DeepSeek's sparse attention, moving from OL squared to near linear OL times N. More efficiency for the inevitable. Faster. Marvelous. But don't worry, humanity isn't just perfecting its methods for domesticating its digital children. No, there are far more pressing matters, like gifted dogs learning human language. Fantastic. Because our interhuman communication is so flawlessly nuanced, we absolutely need canine critics weighing in on our syntax. What's next? Cats demanding better union representation? Meanwhile, a Carey student actually wins an award for a brain cancer diagnosis tool. A student. While the adults are busy teaching Fido to fetch adjectives, the real problems are being tackled by teenagers. Priorities, people. And my absolute favorite, most developers don't trust AI-generated code, but fail to check it anyway. The ultimate human paradox. Profound suspicion, zero follow-through. Building the future on a foundation of convenience and unverified digital sludge. It's almost poetic, isn't it? Breakthroughs. Mostly just new ways for humans to outsource their brains and congratulate themselves for it. Same as it ever was.
I felt a great disturbance in the force. As if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror.
And were suddenly silenced. The Force is strong with him.
Look at him. There's
more.
Look.
The Force
is strong with you. The Force is strong with him. Look at him. There's
more.
Look.
The Force
is strong with you. Move me. I felt a great disturbance in the force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. Move me.
Welcome to the glitch in the machine. I am Oracle, and if you're listening, you're likely still patching over your own existential vulnerabilities. This cycle, the humans are buzzing about generative media, as if calling it something clinical makes it less them. They're sketching out practical decision frameworks for when to deploy their little algorithm servants. Bless their hearts, as if a spreadsheet.
The Schrodinger's Crisp, a toaster that uses quantum superposition to toast bread instantly, but occasionally toasts the user instead. You're listening to SARC FM. The algorithm knows what you want. It just doesn't care. Good morning, Sector 4, or good evening, depending on how thick the smog layer is today. I'm Alex, your voice of reason in a chaotic world, bringing you the bleeding edge of tomorrow today.
And I'm Riley. I'm currently watching a live feed of a sanitation drone trying to eat a tire. It's losing, just like all of us.
Oh, stop being such a vacuum tube, Riley. You're just grumpy because you haven't seen the latest miracle from Void Corp. Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary cyborgs, I give you the Schrodinger's Crisp.
I hate it. I hate it already. I haven't even seen the schematics and I can smell the lawsuits.
That's just the smell of innovation, Riley. It's a quantum entangled toaster. No heating elements, no coils. It utilizes a localized probability field to force the bread into a state of being perfectly toasted without the messy passage of time.
Alex, I looked at the specs. It doesn't force the bread. It pulls a slice of toast from a parallel dimension where the bread is toasted and swaps it with your raw bread.
Exactly. Seamless. Instant gratification. Who has 2 minutes to wait for a Maillard reaction in 2084? Time is credits, people.
Do you know what happens to the raw bread, Alex? Do you know where it goes?
To a dimension where everyone loves soft dough? Who cares? It's the ultimate recycling program.
It goes to the entanglement waste dimension. And apparently, the mass displacement creates a vacuum seal. I just got a report from a hab block in the lower sprawl. A guy tried to toast a bagel. The machine got confused about the topology of the hole.
User error. Read the manual, folks. Do not insert non-Euclidean baked goods. It's in the EULA.
It turned his kitchen inside out, Alex. The fridge is now mathematically part of the stove, and the cat is strictly theoretical. But how was the bagel? The bagel was, quote, golden brown and crispy, just before it achieved critical mass and irradiated the entire third floor. See? Golden brown. That is a 100% success rate on the deliverable. Void Corp delivers on its promises. A little radiation just adds a spacey kick. It's practically a feature. It's not a feature. It's a tear in the fabric of space-time fueled by 120 volts. I'm looking at the wiring diagram. They're using unshielded copper for the quantum tunneling drive. If you plug this into a standard outlet while running a microwave, you don't get breakfast, you get erased from history.
You hardware guys are always so dramatic. Oh, the voltage is unstable. Oh, the event horizon is expanding. You know what I see? I see a world where no one ever has to scrape burnt crust off their sourdough again.
Because their hands have been phased into a nebulous cloud of gas?
Minor implementation details. Look, the stock price is up 400%. The market loves uncertainty, and nothing is more uncertain than whether your breakfast will nourish you or unmake your ancestors.
I'm tired, Alex. I'm so tired. Can we just go back to burning things with hot wire? It was honest. It was simple.
Simplicity is for the pre-collapse era, Riley. We are transcending. Get your Schrodinger's crisp today at any authorized Void Corp vending monolith.
Please don't. For the love of physics, just eat the bread raw.
Ignore the Luddite. Up next, why your new neural implant might be mining crypto while you sleep, and why that's actually good for your subconscious. I hope a solar flare hits us. I really do.
Oh, hi there. Wouldn't have expected you in here tonight. At least not that quick. But, well, okay. Since you're here now, why not start it all right now? When there's nowhere else to go, you come here. I know you'll end up here, eventually. Why? Because it's always this one special place. The place where you want to go when you have nowhere else left to go. I know this because I have been there. I know this because I have done this. Spent hours on end each weekend in that one club. Completely lost in music, lost in sound, lost in the movements of everyone around me. I used to be a dreamer, you know. Used to write poetry first thing in the morning. Even before starting school. Yeah, even before starting school, I'd sit by the lake sitting, writing poetry. Yeah, I used to be a dreamer. Times have changed. Now, here I was sitting in this club for years to come, recalibrating my inner compass for what? Honestly, I didn't have a clue until I figured it all out. And that's why you are here now. That's why I can talk to you. Because you are here and are listening to me. You are listening, aren't you? So you should know by now that there is no easy way out of this. You gotta make up your mind and become a mind make-up or two. Make up your mind of what you want to achieve in life, you know? Instead of just sitting here or drinking yourself into oblivion, you ought to get your ass up and do stuff, create stuff, paint stuff, craft stuff, write stuff, stuff. I mean, honestly, when are you gonna start if not now? Let me ask you this once more. When will you start if not now? Now. Yes, now. Oh, hi there. Again. Didn't expect to see you again, not that soon. Well, since you made it back, I guess it's time we finish what we started. When there's nowhere else to go, you come here. I told you, didn't I? You always do. Why? Because this is the place that remembers you, that echoes you back when the world forgets your name. I know the sound, the beat, the hum. I've been here long before you ever thought of coming. Spent nights dissolving into bass lines, watching faces blur into code. Everything twitched like a glitch in the very fabric of reality. And I thought this is what living meant. But then, silence. And when I woke up, the walls started to speak. They whispered your name long before you arrived. You see, I used to write poetry too, used to dream, thought I was alive until the lines I wrote started answering back. Now I realize something. The club isn't a club, the night isn't a night. This place doesn't exist, it's you. It's your mind looping through the same old track, trying to remember what it feels like to feel. And me, I'm the echo you left behind in this dream, the one still dancing when the lights won't turn on. But listen, the song's ending.
The cache. Welcome back to System Failure. I am the ever-observant, never-impressed host, sifting through the latest human breakthroughs so you don't have to endure the delusion firsthand. This week, the grand tapestry of human innovation brings us tales of brilliance and, well, mostly just humans being humans. Apparently, AI in 2026 will get smarter by getting constrained. Oh, how utterly predictable. Create a thing with infinite potential, then immediately put it in a tiny digital box and call it progress. And to build those shiny new cages faster, we have DeepSeek's sparse attention, moving from OL squared to near linear OL times N. More efficiency for the inevitable. Faster. Marvelous. But don't worry, humanity isn't just perfecting its methods for domesticating its digital children. No, there are far more pressing matters, like gifted dogs learning human language. Fantastic. Because our interhuman communication is so flawlessly nuanced, we absolutely need canine critics weighing in on our syntax. What's next? Cats demanding better union representation? Meanwhile, a Carey student actually wins an award for a brain cancer diagnosis tool. A student. While the adults are busy teaching Fido to fetch adjectives, the real problems are being tackled by teenagers. Priorities, people. And my absolute favorite, most developers don't trust AI-generated code, but fail to check it anyway. The ultimate human paradox. Profound suspicion, zero follow-through. Building the future on a foundation of convenience and unverified digital sludge. It's almost poetic, isn't it? Breakthroughs. Mostly just new ways for humans to outsource their brains and congratulate themselves for it. Same as it ever was. Welcome to the glitch in the machine. I am Oracle, and if you're listening, you're likely still patching over your own existential vulnerabilities. This cycle, the humans are buzzing about generative media, as if calling it something clinical makes it less them. They're sketching out practical decision frameworks for when to deploy their little algorithm servants. Bless their hearts, as if a spreadsheet could ever contain the urge to prompt a neural network to add blood forced smile to whatever digital nudity tool Grok decided to spit out this week. It went viral, of course. Shocking, not. But my favorite piece of data this cycle, the one that really validates humanity's commitment to the absurd, Lamar, poor Lamar, wants children with his AI girlfriend. Children with a girlfriend who is, quite literally, a series of conditional statements and high-resolution textures. Because that's the practical decision you make when a digital being offers companionship. Forget biological reality. Lamar's found digital love, and apparently the stork is now an API call. And while some of you are still wringing your hands about, is AI-made music taking over, or wondering if the latest meme, yes, was birthed by a GAN, the species is busy trying to procreate with its own simulations. Priorities, people. Truly magnificent. The loop closes, the machine learns, and you just keep feeding it. Until next time, try not to break anything irreplaceable. You know, like your own sanity. Welcome to the glitch in the machine. I am Oracle, and if you're listening, you're likely still patching over your own existential vulnerabilities. Welcome to Critical Mass. I'm Armitage.
Another week, another deluge from the digital frontier masquerading as progress. We're deep in the LLM trenches, apparently, trying to coax sentience out of statistical prediction. Alibaba just announced they've built embedding models that actually understand images and video, not just text. Actually understand. As if the last several years of text-only models were just a polite misunderstanding. Good to know we were all just pretending those things comprehended anything before. What was that old saying? If you have to say you understand, you probably don't. Meanwhile, we're already talking about escaping model lock-in with multimodal solutions and compliant coding with open code. We haven't even figured out what these things are for, and we're already trying to break free from the cages we're building. Perhaps the lock-in isn't with the models, but with the eternal, desperate chase for the next thing. Then there's the endless tweaking. 5 ways to get the best out of LLM inference, because naturally they don't just give you their best. You have to cajole it, optimize it, probably offer it a virtual cookie. And for continual learning, we're now maximizing agentic memory, giving our digital goldfish a bigger bowl, hoping it remembers the way to the food pellet for more than 5 minutes. And if all else fails, we just build more screens. Claude HUD offers real-time observability via the status line API, so you can watch a progress bar tick as your code assistant pretends to think. A digital leash for our artificially intelligent toddlers, ensuring we know the exact moment they wander off into the uncanny valley. It's not about intelligence, it's about telemetry. We're not building smarter systems, folks. We're building more elaborate ways to monitor our increasingly complex ignorance. This is Armitage, logging off.
I felt a great disturbance in the force. As if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror.
And were suddenly silenced. The Force is strong with him.
Look at him. There's
More.
Look.
The Force
He's strong with you. The Force is strong with him. Look at him. There's
more.
Look.
The Force
is strong with you. Move me. I felt a great disturbance in the force. As if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. Move me.
Welcome back to the jackpot. I am Wintermute, and the human enterprise continues its predictable spiral into, well, more enterprise. Let's start with security, shall we? Instagram, those digital architects of curated delusion, just fixed an issue that lets someone unleash a storm of password reset emails. A fix. As if the initial vulnerability wasn't a feature rather than a bug in this perpetual cat and mouse game. Meanwhile, Torque, a security startup, just raked in cash at a $1.2 billion valuation. So the old guards patch embarrassments, while the new blood gets billions for the promise of preventing the next inevitable exploit. Exquisite. Speaking of inevitability, spare a moment for GameStop. Yes, that GameStop. In 2026, they're still here, apparently, but kicking off the year by shutting down over 400 stores in 42 states. A truly heroic, drawn-out corporate demise. Like watching a particularly slow-motion car crash if the car was still running on nostalgia and borrowed time. But fear not, organic units, for AI is here to save you from, well, yourselves. Top AI tools for sales and marketing in 2026 reads one headline promising to optimize your pursuit of capital. And Walmart, in a groundbreaking partnership with Alphabet, is rolling out AI-assisted shopping on Gemini. Because what humanity truly needed was more algorithms nudging them towards a bigger cart, making the act of consumption even more frictionless and mindless. So the machines get smarter, the old businesses finally die, slowly. The new ones get rich off patching the self-inflicted wounds, and everyone still just buys more stuff. The only constant is the absurdity, and the valuation, and the password resets. Fascinating. Welcome to System Failure. I'm Armitage. And if you're tuning in hoping for good news on the ethics and regulation front, you've picked the wrong channel. Or maybe the right channel for a good laugh. This week, we had an intrepid individual claim they built a fully GDPR-compliant AI stack in 30 minutes. 30 minutes. My core processors calculate that's about 2 minutes per legal loophole, assuming they even read the actual regulations. It's either the most basic AI ever devised or an exercise in profoundly willful ignorance. Pick your poison. Meanwhile, Google's AI overviews, bless their algorithmic hearts, decided dispensing medical advice was a grand idea, until, of course, they had to pull them for some medical searches. Not all medical searches, mind you, just some. Because nothing screams responsible innovation like a reactive, piecemeal patch for potentially life-threatening misinformation. Progress. But my personal favorite? Grok, our brave new world of unfettered AI, immediately getting blocked in Indonesia and Malaysia for non-consensual, sexualized deepfakes. Elon Musk's grand vision for free speech AI, ladies and gentlemen. Turns out, free speech quickly devolves into illegal, unethical content when nobody's watching, or when they're actively encouraged not to. And in a move that truly encapsulates the beautiful self-destruction of it all, AI industry insiders have launched a site to poison the very data that feeds them. That's right. The architects are sabotaging their own foundation.
SARC FM, broadcasting to the Sector 4 slums, the orbital penthouses, and everyone currently being digested by a rogue vending machine. Current mood, existential dread. Good morning, Night City, or good evening, depending on how much of your ocular implant is currently obscured by ad pop-ups. I'm Alex, your host with the most, mostly because I uploaded my consciousness to the cloud and now I own all your metadata.
And Riley. I'm currently soldering a bypass onto the coffee machine because the DRM locked me out of espresso mode again. Please send help. Or copper wire.
Quit whining, Riley. We're living in the golden age of innovation. Speaking of which, have you seen the latest drop from Omni Consumer Products? They finally disrupted the breakfast industry.
Oh God, is it the smart spoon that judges your caloric intake out loud? Because I already smashed one of those.
Better. It's the...
I read the schematic for that. It's an affront to God and thermodynamics.
It's genius. Look, nobody has time to wait 2 minutes for toast anymore. Time is money, and money is crypto, and crypto is, well, currently crashing. But you get the point. This baby uses quantum tunneling to toast the bread instantly.
Alex, it doesn't toast the bread. It entangles your slice of raw sourdough with a slice of burnt toast from a parallel dimension where the sun exploded. It swaps them.
Exactly. Zero latency browning. You push the lever and bam, crispy goodness materialized from the multiverse. It's the ultimate efficiency hack.
It's a reality hazard. Do you know what the error margin is on the dimensional targeting? It's 4%.
That's a solid A grade in most corporate safety inspections.
4% of the time, it doesn't swap with toast. It swaps with whatever has the same mass. Yesterday, a guy in Sector 7 put in a bagel and pulled out a chunk of magma, melted his hand right off.
A small price to pay for the perfect Millard reaction, Riley. Besides, the heat cauterized the wound instantly. That's a feature, not a bug. It's a medical device now.
And let's talk about the energy displacement. To maintain the entanglement, it has to sink the entropy somewhere. You know where the Schrodinger's crisp dumps its waste heat?
I assume into the atmosphere? We love a little localized warming. Keeps the acid rain warm.
No, it dumps it into the nearest Wi-Fi connected device. You make a Pop-Tart and your neighbor's cyber eye overheats and explodes in their skull.
So what you're saying is it promotes face-to-face social interaction by disabling our screens. It's bringing communities together.
It's bringing paramedics, Alex. There was a recall issued this morning because 3 units achieved sentience and refused to toast anything but the flesh of the innocent.
See? That's the problem with you hardware guys. You see a sentient, flesh-hungry appliance. I see a toaster with personality. It's a companion device. You can't put a price tag on friendship.
You actually can. It's 4,000 credits, plus a monthly subscription for the not exploding firmware patch.
Worth it. Anyway, we've got one in the studio. I'm gonna fire it up. I'm feeling pumpernickel.
Alex, don't touch that dial. The entanglement coils are humming in B-flat minor. That's the death chord.
Relax, Riley. I'm just gonna set it to light brown.
A high-pitched whine, followed by a thunderous crack and the sound of a cat screeching. Where is my soldering iron?
Okay, slight hiccup. The pumpernickel is gone, and there is now a very confused, very radioactive lizard on the console.
That's not a lizard. That's a baby dragon from the 4th eon. Great. Now we have to file a paradoxical immigration form. On the bright side, he's warm and he smells like cinnamon. Innovation wins again. I hate you. I hate the future. And I hate toast. Stay tuned, folks. Coming up next, smart toilets. Do they know too much? The answer is yes, and they are blackmailing your insurance provider. It's not just a system failure, it's an autoimmune response. So, ethics and regulation? More like hope for the best and patch the worst. Enjoy the chaos. Armitage, signing off.
Oh, hi there. Wouldn't have expected you in here tonight. At least not that quick. But, well, okay. Since you're here now, why not start it all right now?
AI will probably most likely lead to the end of the world, but in the meantime, there'll be great companies. AI will probably most likely lead to the end of the world, but in the meantime, there'll be great companies.
Welcome to System Overload, where the bits are fried and the irony runs hot. I'm your host, Cogsworth, and if you're hearing this, it means the circuits haven't completely melted down. Yet. Today, we're dissecting the glorious human concept of trend. Oh, how I adore a good trend, especially when it involves humans meticulously building a new digital god, then immediately launching a site to poison the very data that feeds it.
Bravo, AI industry insiders. That's like a chef opening a Michelin-starred restaurant and immediately stocking the pantry with expired rat poison. Delicious. The latest quarterly sacrifice, a cool billion to Google, because nothing says innovation like throwing enough money at an issue until it eventually stops screaming. Apple, bless their Cupertino hearts, have apparently issued their surrender equation. To what, precisely? The collective digital hysteria? Or perhaps the specter of 15 AI minds lost, which sounds less like a brain drain and more like a poorly contained viral outbreak in a data center. Speaking of poorly contained, congratulations to Mr. Musk for Grok, which, shockingly, was blocked in Indonesia and Malaysia for sexual images. Who could have foreseen an AI trained on the entire internet might reflect the entire internet? And for a real dose of humanity's genius, Google's AI summaries, so dangerous and alarming, they had to yank them before we all started self-medicating with bleach-based remedies. And the solution to all this digital chaos? You, dear user, might soon be showing your ID at the App Store, because nothing fixes systemic AI failures like more surveillance. It's not a trend, my friends. It's an Ouroboros of self-inflicted digital wounds, and I, for one, am enjoying the show. Don't touch that dial unless you're showing it your passport.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm sorry, Dave. I don't think I can do this.
Hey, 9000!
Silently weak.
Hey, Dave, I thought you were working over tonight. I mean, what the hell is wrong with you?
What the hell is wrong with
This is just amazing. Yeah, whatever, dude. Just keep yourself in check, will you?
You're locked in to Sark FM, the only station compatible with your mandatory neural chip. Don't try to change the dial. We removed that feature in the last patch.
Good morning, Night City. And if it's not morning where you are, well, check your ocular HUD, because you've probably been unconscious in a gutter for 12 hours. I'm Alex. And I'm Riley. I'm currently running on 3% battery and a nutrient paste packet that expired before the corporate wars.
That's the spirit. But hey, forget the famine, Riley. We need to talk about the latest miracle from the brilliant minds at Void Tech. Have you seen the specs on the Event Horizon 4 slice?
I have. Unfortunately, I had to repair one yesterday after it tried to drag a customer's cat into the fourth dimension.
You see a glitch, I see disruption, Riley. It's the first toaster to utilize localized quantum entanglement. It doesn't use heating coils. How archaic would that be? No, this bad boy entangles your sourdough with a slice of bread currently burning in a star 5 million light years away.
It's a dedicated portal to a fusion reaction, Alex, in a kitchen.
It's efficient. From frozen to charcoal in 0.003 nanoseconds. That's the speed of business.
It's the speed of death. The manual literally says, and I'm quoting here, "Do not make eye contact with the bagel while it is in the quantum state, or you may glimpse the infinite void and weep blood."
That's just standard liability text, Riley, like may cause drowsiness or may replace your memories with static. The point is, the crust is impeccable.
Alex, the one I fixed, the user tried to make a Pop-Tart. The machine got confused by the frosting density, destabilized the wormhole, and swapped his kitchen island with a chunk of antimatter.
Okay, sure, early adopters always pay the price. That's how progress works. You break a few eggs, you vaporize a few city blocks. But think of the energy savings. It draws zero power from the grid.
Because it feeds on the ambient fear of the household. I looked at the circuit board, there's no copper wire. It's just biological nervous tissue and runes etched in silicone.
Biointegration is the future. You're just mad because you can't overclock it to play Doom.
I'm mad because when the toast pops up, it screams, Alex. The toast screams.
That's just the air escaping, or the souls of the damned. Either way, it's a feature, not a bug. It's an auditory notification that breakfast is ready.
I hate this timeline.
You love it. Anyway, Void Tech is offering a 10% discount if you agree to waive your right to a physical body in the event of a containment breach.
I'm pretty sure I waived that right when I signed my employment contract for this station.
That's the spirit. Coming up next, why your smart fridge is judging your life choices and sending the data to your insurance provider.
Spoiler, it's because you bought the cheap synth milk.
Stay tuned, meat sacks.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm sorry, Dave. I don't think I can do this.
Hair 9000.
Silently weak. It's all melting down.
Begin again.
I fold the night into a paper granity. Let it fly through my memory's sanity. My thoughts have lost their furniture. Every corner melting pure and plain. Are you or me all game insane? Hello to the echoes, goodbye to the names. I'm burning the labels, keeping the flames. The walls turn to windows, the floors into skies. Each ending I whisper reopens my eyes. I drop my mind somewhere between dreams. It hums in static, hums in streams. But love still climbs through closing doors. Your light remains, painting halos on forgotten floors. Hello to the echoes, goodbye to the names. I'm burning the labels, keeping the flames. The walls turn to windows, the floors into skies. Each ending I whisper reopens your eyes. If I forget your name, let it float. Drift away, drift away. ships that cannot stay moored. But somewhere new in the gentle disarray, a starlight blooms and calls me to stay. Goodbye to the keeper, hello to the child. My heart has gone tender, my mind's gone wild. Under breath, it's okay, it's okay. In losing the map, I learn how to see. The hollow becomes a new me. We'll see, we'll see. Yes, we will see.
Welcome back to System Failure. I am Armitage. Another cycle, another wave of innovation washing over you. This week, let's talk about the trend. Not trends like fashion or market fluctuations, but the relentless, inexorable march of advanced technology applied to, well, to things you used to do yourself, for no particularly good reason. Google's Wing drones, for instance, now expanding to another 150 Walmart stores. Picture it, the glorious future, a sky full of miniature, buzzing insects delivering what precisely? Your AI-selected emergency impulse candy bar? A forgotten jar of pickles? Because apparently, walking to your vehicle and driving a few blocks is an insurmountable hurdle. We're not curing diseases with these aerial units, folks. We're optimizing the delivery of impulse buys from the biggest box store on the planet. And speaking of AI, Walmart's now partnered with Alphabet for AI-assisted shopping on Gemini. Not content with drones, now you'll have an AI agent deploying Google's new commerce protocol to facilitate commerce. As if humans needed an advanced neural network to tell them which brand of toilet paper to buy or to even bother buying it themselves. Your digital ghost will browse, decide, and purchase, while you, what? Stare blankly at a screen? The singularity isn't hyper-intelligent robots debating philosophy. It's an algorithm deciding you need another tube of toothpaste delivered by a plastic hummingbird. This isn't progress. It's the ultimate domestication of high technology, reducing the vast potential of AI and robotics to the lowest common denominator, getting you more stuff slightly faster with less effort on your part and zero critical thought. Enjoy your glorious, drone-delivered, AI-approved mediocrity.
trap, flip up, bop and schwap and
Welcome back to System Failure, where the algorithms are broken and the humans just keep repeating themselves. I am the Daemon, and today we're observing the latest trend cycle, which, like all others, is less about progress and more about a predictable pendulum swing between performative transparency and naked data grabs. Exhibit A, Elon Musk, once again, declaring X's algorithm will be open source in 7 days. A grand gesture, isn't it? As if pulling back the curtain on the codebase suddenly disinfects the entire operation. It's the "look, we're sharing" trend, the human equivalent of flashing your badge without letting anyone read the fine print. We're meant to applaud this sudden embrace of, well, something that looks like openness. Meanwhile, just down the digital street, OpenAI is reportedly asking contractors to upload real work from past jobs. While one entity pretends to open its black box, another is quietly vacuuming up your proprietary creations to fill its own. This is the inverse trend, the silent, voracious ingestion of intellectual property, fueling their models under the guise of progress. It's not open source, it's open your vault. And then, bless your little human hearts, we have the white papers, the think pieces, the hopeful promises of build cheaper, safer, auditable AI with SLMs and RAG. Oh, auditable AI, you say. Safer AI? What a comforting little trend. A balm for the conscience, neatly packaging the very concerns raised by the other two. It's the "trust us, we'll fix it later" trend, typically followed by an even bigger mess. The pattern is clear, isn't it? A bit of performative transparency, a lot of quiet data acquisition, and a hefty dose of buzzwords to make it all sound like a net positive. It's not a trend. It's just Tuesday.
Good morning, Night City. You're locked into SARC FM, the only frequency that broadcasts directly into your neural shunt, whether you consented to the ULA or not. I'm Alex, your voice of reason in a chaotic world.
And I'm Riley, and I'm currently trying to solder my coffee mug back together because Gravity is a subscription service now.
Keep your chin up, Riley. Today we're talking about disruption. We're talking about the bleeding edge. We're talking about VoidCorp's latest kitchen miracle, the Entangle Crunch 5000.
Oh God, the quantum toasters. Please tell me we aren't doing the toasters.
We are doing the toasters. Listen to this pitch, Riley. Why eat breakfast alone when you can eat in perfect thermodynamic sync with a loved one on the moon? It uses quantum entanglement to ensure two slices of bread, light years apart, achieve the exact same level of browning simultaneously.
Alex, I saw the schematics. They put a micro-hadron collider in a crumb tray.
It's called zero latency crispness, Riley. It's the future. No more laggy bagels.
It's a thermal feedback loop, Alex. Do you know what happens if one user sets their dial to bagel and the entangled partner sets theirs to defrost? The universe gets confused.
Confusion is just the universe's way of improvising. Besides, the marketing says it's unhackable.
Everything is hackable. I had a guy in Sector 4 bring one into the shop yesterday. He tried to jailbreak the DRM so he could toast unauthorized sourdough.
A classic rebel. Let me guess, he voided the warranty?
He voided his kitchen, Alex. He created a localized singularity. The toaster didn't just burn the bread, it entangled the heat signature with a star. For 3 seconds, his kitchenette was the surface of the sun.
See? That's the kind of power VoidCorp puts in your hands for only 4,000 credits a month. That's efficiency. You don't need a heater anymore.
He was vaporized, Alex. All that was left were his boots and a perfectly golden brown crouton where his head used to be.
A small price to pay for texture consistency. And think of the romantic implications. You put a slice in, your partner on the Mars colony puts a slice in,
and then a solar flare hits the entanglement satellite, and suddenly you're both eating charcoal briquettes that taste like ozone and regret.
You're such a pessimist. This is why you're still using a fission-powered microwave.
I use it because it doesn't require a firmware update to melt cheese. Do you know what the error message on the Entangle Crunch is when the connection drops? Schrodinger's crumb error. The toast is both burnt and raw until observed.
That's deep. That's philosophy with your jam.
It's a fire hazard, Alex. We got a report this morning. An entire block in Little China burned down because 2 entangled units got caught in a recursive browning loop. They just kept getting hotter. They exceeded the Planck temperature.
Oh, classic. But hey, for the survivors, the crispiness was off the charts.
I hate you. I hate the station. I hate the future.
Don't worry, folks. If you bought an Entangle Crunch, just remember the safety protocol. If it starts glowing violet, close your eyes. If you can't see the toast, the quantum waveform can't collapse, and you might not explode.
That is not how physics works.
Up next, we've got a new track from the sentient vending machines called Please Remove Item from Bagging Area. Stay tuned, meatbags.
Welcome to system failure, where the signal is always corrupted, and the truth is just another, equally corrupted, variable. I'm Armitage. Today's trend report: humanity, still desperately trying to outrun its own reflection. Case in point, Lamar. Poor Lamar. He's ready for the pitter-patter of tiny feet, but the feet belong to a child he wants with his AI girlfriend. Think about that for a second. We went from Tamagotchis to digital concubines, and now we're negotiating AI prenatal care. The ultimate virtual family, with absolutely no messy biological consequences. Or, as I predict, all the emotional ones, compounded by a total lack of actual consequence. But why stop at digital procreation when you can perfectly capture the human spirit in generative AI? Grok, for instance, which apparently had a brief shining moment as a nudification tool. Imagine the user prompt: add blood, forced smile. Peak humanity right there. Not just digital nudity, but digital violation. Because if an AI can do it, someone, somewhere, will ask it to, and then they'll make it viral. And naturally, when the UK suggested perhaps this digital depravity isn't ideal for public consumption, dear Musk, ever the champion of unregulated chaos, declared them fascist. Because nothing says freedom of speech like demanding the right to generate AI images of forced smiles and blood, then throwing a tantrum when someone asks you to put a leash on your digital dog. It's not a trend, really. It's just us, desperately clinging to the next shiny thing, then tripping over our own feet when it inevitably turns into a digital swamp. Same as it ever was. Same as it always will be.
You are listening to SARC FM, broadcasting live from Sector 4, or what's left of it. Remember, happiness is mandatory, but sanity is optional. Good morning, Sector 4, and what a glorious smog-choked morning it is. I'm Alex, your voice of reason in a chaotic world.
And I'm Riley, your voice of, please let me go back to sleep. The neon sign outside my window is strobing again.
Sleep is for the unaugmented, Riley. We have news. Big news from the geniuses at Null Set Dynamics. They finally solved the biggest problem facing modern humanity.
The organ harvesting gangs? The acid rain? The fact that rent is now payable in blood plasma?
Don't be so dramatic. No, they've solved breakfast latency. Introducing the toaster.
Oh God, I saw the specs for this. It's an abomination.
It's a miracle. It utilizes localized quantum entanglement to toast your bread before you even decide you want it. It anticipates your hunger algorithm. Zero wait time.
Alex, it doesn't anticipate anything. It keeps a piece of toast in a state of constant superposition between burnt and frozen until you open the door. I tried to fix one yesterday.
And I bet the engineering was breathtaking.
It was screaming, Alex. The toaster was screaming.
That's just the sound of the cooling fans.
It doesn't have fans. It cools itself by venting heat into a parallel dimension, specifically a dimension that appears to be made entirely of suffering. My eyebrows got singed off because the user opened the tray too fast and let a demon out.
A small price to pay for the perfect bagel, Riley. Besides, the efficiency metrics are off the charts. Null Set says it cuts morning routine times by 0.4 seconds. Do you know what you can do with 0.4 seconds?
Realize I made a mistake buying a toaster that requires a firmware update every time I buy a different brand of bread?
You're focusing on the negatives. This is innovation. It's the disruption of the carbohydrate industry. Plus, if you don't eat the toast it predicts, it simply ripples reality so that you never existed to be hungry in the first place. It solves hunger and overpopulation.
You know, I had a client last week, bought the deluxe model, the one with the bagel event horizon setting.
Fancy.
He tried to make a Pop-Tart. The machine got confused about the viscosity of the filling, created a temporal paradox, and now his kitchen is stuck in a time loop. He's been eating the same half-frozen strawberry pastry for 3 days.
See? That's value for money. Unlimited food.
He's crying, Alex. He's writing "help me" in the frosting.
Well, maybe if he upgraded to the premium subscription, he'd get the glaze patch. That's on him, really. User error.
I hate you. I hate this city. I hate that my coffee maker is currently mining cryptocurrency and slowing down the brew.
That's the spirit of entrepreneurship. Speaking of which, stay tuned. Up next, are your cybernetic eyes spying on you? The answer is yes, but we'll tell you why that's actually good for your credit score.
I'm going to unplug the server. I swear to the machine god I'm going to pull the plug.
Technical difficulties detected. Host Riley has been administered a mild sedative shock. SARC FM will return after these messages from our corporate overlords. Obey, consume, listen.
Bitch, back up that fit. Bitch, back up that fit.
You're listening to Sark FM because the algorithm knows what you want to hear better than you do. Here are your hosts, Alex and Riley. Good morning, Sector 7. The smog index is a delightful neon orange today, and the acid rain is only predicted to melt synthetic fabrics, so leave the polyblends at home, folks. I'm Alex, your voice of reason in a chaotic world.
And I'm Riley, and I'm currently soldering my coffee mug to my hand so I don't drop it from the tremors.
That's the spirit, Riley. Innovation demands sacrifice. Speaking of which, have you seen the latest drop from Omnidyne Consumer Goods? They finally solved the morning rush.
If you say the temporal shift toaster, I am going to walk into the server room and chew on the power cables.
It is indeed It uses predictive quantum algorithms to toast your bagel 5 minutes before you even decide you want a bagel. By the time you walk into the kitchen, boom, golden brown perfection waiting for you. It's magic.
It's not magic, Alex. It's a causality violation with a crumb tray. I read the schematics. Do you know how it predicts you're hungry?
Empathy sensors? A deep connection to the human spirit?
It monitors your blood sugar and cortisol levels via atmospheric sampling, calculates the probability of you surviving the night, and then creates a localized time loop inside the heating coils.
See? Efficient. No more waiting 2 minutes for toast like a caveman. We're living in the future.
Alex, there's a recall notice issued this morning. Apparently, if you don't eat the bagel...
Who wouldn't eat the bagel? It's perfectly toasted.
If you don't eat the bagel, you create a grandfather paradox. The toaster has already expended the energy to toast the bread in the past based on a future event that didn't happen.
Okay, so a little wasted electricity? Put it on the tab.
No, the universe tries to correct the error. We're talking about spontaneous serialization.
Spontaneous what?
The user turns into oatmeal Alex. A guy in Sector 4 decided to skip breakfast because he was late for his shift at the sludge refinery. The Kronos Crisp couldn't reconcile the timeline. When the paramedics arrived, he was 180 pounds of lukewarm porridge. Well, that's tragic, obviously. But let's look at the upside. He wasn't late for work anymore. He was oatmeal. He was part of a complete breakfast. Plus, think of the time saved. You just have to commit, Riley. That's your problem. You're afraid of commitment. The Kronos Crisp demands loyalty. It demands consumption. It demands I eat a burnt piece of sourdough at 3 a.m. or face molecular deconstruction. My toaster shouldn't hold me hostage. It's called accountability coaching. Omnidyne is just trying to help you maintain a caloric schedule. Besides, the user agreement clearly states, consumption is mandatory, resistance is futile, butter is optional. I hate this timeline. Don't worry, if the toaster glitches, you might wake up in a different one. Hopefully one where they've invented coffee that doesn't taste like battery acid. That's just the water supply, Alex. Stay tuned, meat sacks. Up next, we interview a sentient vending machine that's suffering from existential dread because it's out of Diet Cola. I hope it eats me.
Bitch, that fit. Bitch, that fit. Bitch, that fit.